Hey, this episode, let's talk about thought habits for creating prosperity. Hey guys, Randy Gage here. Welcome to another episode of Prosperity TV. I'm coming to you as usual right after my workout from my place in Miami. And I want to talk about thought habits because we talk a lot on this channel about how we create our reality by the thoughts we give precedence to. We've looked at Think and Grow Rich and the magic of thinking big and As a Man Thinketh and a lot of the seminal works on the power of thought to manifest health, happiness, and prosperity in your life. So I was just kind of cooking around what would be a good thing for us to chat about this week, and I came across this, came up with this idea of thought habits, because it's always about changing the way we think or the ways in which we think into new ways of thinking. And that's been really powerful for me in terms of creating results in my life. And I thought it'd be good to share some of that, the habits that I actually try to develop. These let me just see, I'm looking at it. So some are weekly, some are daily. So let's begin with a weekly one. And for you guys who read the Mad Genius book, I talked about it there, that I literally block off a time in my calendar, in my planner every week for thinking time. I don't have any particular agenda for that. There's no particular objective or outcome I'm looking for. I just want to disengage from the internet, the cell phone, everything, and sit in a prosperous environment out on my balcony or in my favorite reading chair, or I might go down to the water and just dangle my feet in the water somewhere and just think. And I just get so much creative energy in that. And it really, a lot of times it turns into an introspection of what I'm doing, what's going on in my life right then and there, what's working, what's not working. And a lot of times it gives me fuel for things that I want to change. And I schedule 45 minutes for that. Literally 45 minutes in the calendar, no calls, no meetings, no distractions, only to think. I do keep a pad nearby, like a journal, where I can jot down something that I want to follow up on or anchor in my mind, but it's really just free form thinking. So I do that every week. Daily, let's look at a couple of things I do daily. One is I start every morning with affirmations, which I say out loud. And I do this before I even leave bed. So I'm waking up and I'm saying, I'm feeling healthy, happy, and energetic. Today is going to be an amazing day. So what I'm doing with that is I'm consciously, mindfully selecting the thoughts that I'm having that I'm choosing to think at that moment, because I want to create the consciousness for my day. I want to get my consciousness vibrating at the right level. And of course, sometimes I wake up and I don't feel energetic, right? And you say, so why would you affirm that? Why would you lie to yourself? Because I'm not lying to myself. I'm programming myself. We know there's a physiological connection. And I would say this too, and this is going to shock a lot of people. I get depressed sometimes, and this has been when I say everybody gets depressed sometimes, but let me be more clinical. I have suffered from depression, which people don't expect to hear from me because I'm the prosperity guy. But I had like a year and a half where really dark year. And then I found out that it was actually the result, it was one of the side effects of one of the HIV meds that I was taking at that time. And I never knew. The doctor never told me. Of course, I never read all the fine print in there. And then I just happened to be having lunch with a buddy, and we were talking about what regimen they were, he was using. And I was saying, I switched to this one because it's only 1 pill a day. And he's like, oh yeah, but what about the depression? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And that's when he told me, I tried that and I got such serious depression, I made my doctor take me off it. And I went to my doctor and he's like, oh yeah, I thought I told you, I thought you knew. So that was one time from medicine. But I've had it other times as well, where I can't say, hey, that was, and that time the medicine was a long sustained because I'd been on it for like a year and a half. And I'm bringing this out because I think we need to get rid of this stigma of mental illness, mental health, depression. There's too many suicides, too many people looking for help that aren't getting it. I have suffered from that. And so there might be a day where I wake up feeling depressed and I'm still affirming myself. I feel healthy, happy, energetic. Why? Because again, there's a physiological component there that so when I'm feeling not Mr. Prosperity, not Mr. Optimistic, I want to counter program that into my subconscious mind. So another daily thing I do with that is kind of affirmations at night before I go to bed. So again, I've kind of thought through the day and then I'm just kind of affirming, hey, I had a great day today. Man, I had 2 great workouts today. I ate healthy today. I did 2 blogs, 2 YouTube shows, a podcast, a client website. I wrote copy for my new seminar. I just kind of pat myself on the back, give myself credit for everything I got done that day. And I'm usually not saying those out loud. Those I'm doing just in my mind because I'm kind of shutting down and lowering my energy level into a alpha state where I get into relaxation because I want to go to sleep easily and quickly. And I'll affirm that too, that I'm relaxing and about to fall into a deep, restful sleep. And I'm going to wake up tomorrow feeling recharged and re-energized. So I'll say affirmations like that. So again, like the morning one, I think that's consciously, mindfully choosing the thoughts I give precedence to. Next thing is going to be the hardest one for a lot of people, and that is belief challengers. I always put myself in a situation of reading, listening, watching to somebody that has different beliefs than I do. And I want to challenge my beliefs. So in my case, for some of you don't know, I'm an atheist, right? So I will read spiritual books. I will read books by very devout religious people on why they believe in God and why they're religious and those things. So anything like that and I do this for politics, I do this for my workout routines, I do this for philosophy, I do this on relationships. I try to expose myself to people who have different opinions than I do, different beliefs than I do, and it challenges my beliefs to listen to them. And then finally, I think the habit that does me the most good, and probably will you too, is knowledge expansion, right? I make a habit to be learning. I want to learn every day. I want to go to bed every night smarter than I was when I woke up that morning. So I love, and sometimes it's just watching a Nat Geo show or a BBC World, one of those specials with, they go to the bottom of the sea. Oh, I was watching one last night. There were these jellyfish that attacked other jellyfish. It was like there was tens of thousands of these little jellyfish, and then there was this other species. It's called the fried egg jellyfish because it's got like a yellow nucleus. It looks like an egg yolk, and this fried egg jellyfish was coming in it was fascinating. I didn't know anything about it. I've never seen anything like that in my life. So and I'm reading books that make my head hurt, my brain ache sometimes because I'm challenged. But that's how we grow. And when we grow, we're going forward towards enlightenment. We're becoming the highest possible version of ourselves. And I think that's really a powerful track to be on when we want to manifest peace and harmony and health and prosperity in our life. So anyway, those are some habits, mental, thought habits that I have for prosperity. If you've got any, I'd love to hear them. If you're watching on YouTube, hit me down below in the comments. If you're hearing this on the podcast, hit me up on the Twitter. All right, go out and have an amazing week. Peace. Hey, do me a favor and share the show. Tell your friends about it.